honestly crazy. I almost feel sorry for this person. 555 could be significant. 37% and 27% battery. Also hearing, take a look at your 3rd and 8th houses. 004 and Bruno could be significant. This person wanted it all with putting no effort. They were not finding source. They were not learning to co-create and change in the way that you were, and willing to change within. You are aligning your energy, and you are maintaining your attention, your alignment, your focus, your energy. This person is saying, now I understand why you held back. I am not doing okay. You checked me. You checkmate. You won the game. I was selfish. I was not calm. I was not in alignment. I was with my swords up and sticking them in people's backs. Oh my God. This is how you know a reading's right, because the shit is falling down. They are falling fucking down. I'm hearing, I was on my worst behavior. Now my mind is my biggest tormentor. I can't ignore or surpass or suppress this blame. I tried to blame other people, and now the judgment is my karma. So the judgment's their karma. No matter what they try to materialize, what they try to gain, they move on to other people. Every time they shut their eyes, they think of you. They see you. If they're in a relationship with another person, they see you. They're dreaming of you, and they know this shit's wrong. They know they fucked up. They know that the material world isn't going to save them. They can't even fucking save themselves. You couldn't save them. You weren't supposed to. You were put to show them what genuine love is. You were their one chance. You were their the universe said, here's your one last chance. Your one last person. Your one last chance of abundance, and everything you want's right here. Right here. All you have to do is reciprocate the energy. And they couldn't even do that. They didn't even feel like they fucking deserved it. They self-sabotage this shit on fucking purpose. So now they're suffering. And don't you dare feel sorry for this person, because they're suffering in the way that they made you. Now, I hate to say that, but that's just the motherfucking facts. I know we're all one, so this is why you're feeling this energy. I'm telling you, listen. I don't give a fuck if this motherfucking person, you moved to Taiwan, they look like they're doing good, they fucking tied down. Listen, I am ashamed. I was one-sided and I knew better. I don't deserve to be happy. I'm hearing that. I don't deserve to be happy. I know I don't deserve this. I didn't deserve you. I thought wrong. I thought one-sided, and I know that I'm not all that. So this person thought their shit was not stinking. Okay, quite literally. They were slick. They were selfish. They were manipulative. You deserve better. Oh, my God. I now feel what you feel. Now I learn what it feels like to fall for someone and for them to detach. I understand. I know why you are detaching from me. I replay memories, and I cannot let you go. I thought that I was better than you. I've been shocked off my ego. I have been shocked off my pedestal. I have been removed. I'm stripped of my fans. I'm stripped of my assets and my mask and my materialism. My mind is gone. So this is what this person's going to be tormented now in their mind. In their mind and in their heart. They can't escape. They can't overdrink. They can't over this, over shop. They can't over anything anymore. Over sex, over whatever, over they buy 5 property houses by tomorrow, invest in fucking Bitcoin. It ain't gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? I know that I wronged my only love, the person that was sent here to be my other half. I wronged them. I know that I'm the one who ain't shit. Now, 955. I was insecure. I was selfish. I was low vibrational and very materialistic. That's all that I was. And now that those are stripped of me and I don't even have my materials or my assets, I see who I really am, and it's nothing. I wasn't a good person, and I didn't treat others or myself with respect. I was a very half-assed person. I was one-sided. I see the truth, and other people see me for who I am now. The mask has faded away. I can't avoid this. I abused my power. I abused people with my power, and I chased validation, and I blamed you. I risked my life for trash, and the trash had to take itself out. I did not do the internal work, and my conscience is weighing down on me. I tried to blame you and blame everyone else, and now I have to wake up. My lifestyle of discarding people for no reason was wrong. My lifestyle of using people is wrong. I cannot handle this universal truth. I lost the best value. The thing that I should have valued most is gone. 959.
One time. I should only have to ask you one time to not do something. I should only have to say, this hurts me one time. This makes me uncomfortable one time. This bothers me one time. And that should be the end of that discussion. But see, it's not. And that's how I know you are not all in on this relationship, that you don't actually give a fuck about me. So now I'm starting to check out. See, because I've given you all these opportunities to prove to me that I matter to you, that this relationship matters to you. But see, it doesn't. We are not on the same level. And every time I ask you or tell you that something bothers me, you do it anyway, lets me know where I stand in this relationship. And suddenly I'm starting to realize my self-worth and realize that I deserve better. One time. Any more than that is just a kick in my teeth. And I'm better than that.
My boyfriend showed up. What's up, Scotty? That's my boy, Scott. Scott, I want to do a discussion. I texted you. I want to do a discussion from a spiritual perspective on dealing with manipulative narcissistic people. I know you got some history with that. I would wonder if you would come on as a Christian and do that. I have a big Christian audience, and so I'd like to have a Christian perspective on that if you got time, brother. Guys, please subscribe to Sporking News Podcast. Anybody with a wrench, please put a link up for his channel into the chats. I swear by that man. He's one of the best men. This is one of the absolute best men in our community. This is the one that stood by me through thick and thin, through everything. This man, I vouch for this man. I'd take a bullet for this man, lay on a grenade for this man. If you enjoy Game of Thrones, the books by George R.R. Martin, if you enjoy conspiracy theory stuff, aliens, things like that, if you enjoy talking about entertainments, check out his show on Saturday, The Dump. And please subscribe to his channel, guys. It would mean a lot to me. Like, all you subscribers mean something to my heart. This man, this is my best friend. He is worth a follow. He is worth supporting. Thank you guys so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you. Hail the chats. All right, I'm done. I wasn't emotional, by the way, Scotty. Like, I wasn't even until like you came into the chat. I just want to say you got my fifis. Like, man love, total man love. Not in a weird way. Because guys, just want to say he packs meat. Scotty packs meat. All right. I'm not saying I'm into that. I'm not into that. And I'm not into, but just, this was the first time I met the man. All right. He had a lot of meat. Thank you. Greatly appreciate y'all. Go back here. What's going on, CJ? CJH Entertainment. Hail the fourth wave. Good to see you, brother. Says Star Wars, nothing to Star Wars. My power's out. Your power's out? Oh, that's right. Your power went out. You got 100 feet of snow. That's because you live in Canada. You live by the polar region. I don't know what to tell you. Move south a little bit. Isn't there parts of Canada without snow? I want to see all them greens, like Mounties going through the mountains and shit. Like, don't you have that? And I don't understand. I don't understand. Love you, brother. If you stick around to the end, I'm gonna throw some cards out today. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Ty? Thank you for showing up for Savage Spirituality. If you guys get a chance to check out my last live stream, it's actually Immortal Coils. Please subscribe to his channel. Another good friend of mine. Immortal was like, yo, I'm hammered. And I said, well, that's all right. I'll get stoned. And then we just went live and had fun. So that's more of a fun version. I was happy to see all the people that came to that chat. Zach's tube, guys. Please check out Zach's. Great content creator, wonderful group of very funny individuals over there. So please subscribe to him. And also Red Gaze came through the chat. Check out Red Gaze. Tina Bojan streams a lot. She streams a lot with me. She does so with Scotty on Sporking News Podcast. Excellent person. One of the best hearts in the community. Please check them out. And what's up, Ty? Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping out and being in the chat and giving those answers at the end. All right. Just the dick questions. It was not meant for women, but y'all ladies spoke up. You're going to kill 1 million people. Guys, check out the end of that stream. It's horrible. What's up, Druid? Hail, brother. Hail to you. He says it's like trying to race a moped in the Indy 500. They aren't built for humanity, empathy, compassion, and whatnot. At a point, when they get to a certain point, yes. But I'm a big believer in the redemption arc. I think that anyone can save themselves. They have to make the choice. You got to make a conscious choice to stop lying and stop manipulating and stop using people and stop sleeping around with everything. And so whatever it is that, like, I know all narcs don't sleep around, but like all the addictive behaviors that are self-destructive or destructive to others and careless, like that's you're making those choices. You're making a choice to be evil, to be a bad person. And when you do that, you exist in dark karma. And we'll get into a little bit of that later. I know it's, and we'll get into that in a little bit. CJ says all signs in the world point to something big is happening. Something big is happening. There's and it's interpreted in many different ways depending on your perspective and who you are spiritually, if you even are a spiritual person, religiously. There is something big happening, and it's an awakening. There is an awakening coming. We're entering the age of Aquarius here in the next century. So with this change comes differences in thinking, hopefully a higher spiritual vibration, because it's time to get rid of the real puppet masters, the illusionists, who run our governments and run our news media, and that's stuff for author Stephen Walton channel. But like that's what that they need to be swept aside. The puppet masters, the real narcs at the very top. Oh, there's my phone. I gotta move that. They've got to be pushed aside. Ty says, until December, I lived off the grid in a straw bale home. Well, you know what? Check out WhateverCast. Check out Wes Moody WhateverCast. That's your dude right there. I love Wes. He's another great person in this community. You guys, if anybody got to register, a link in the channel for his channel for me. He is also I did an interview with him about his narcissistic parents. He grew up with narcissistic parents, and he comes from that. So he had to learn how to gray rock and deal with that and the issues that he has with depression and confidence. Keeping a positive perspective. So Wes really opened up. I was so happy to see Wes do that for us. I think that helped him heal a little bit. But his mom got a hold of it. And it started a family kerfuffle. So I had to put it on private there for a while. But now it's back out. Wes gave me the okay to put it back out there. Guys, you have narcissistic parents, or you've dealt with narcissistic family members, then please check out that interview, because I'm still learning about that. I went through a relationship with a narcissistic sociopath. I didn't grow up around narcissists per se, although my family's fairly toxic, but we wear it good. Druid says, we deserve so much more than a crappy moped. Yes, we absolutely do. Yes, we absolutely do. You're better. Know your worth, man. That's a part of going through what we do. It's understanding our worth. And I think that, especially if it comes from like a parent, just piggybacking off what I just said, like when it comes to like a family member or a person that you're looking to rear you, to guide you, to give you confidence, to show you what real love is, to help you prepare for the real world. If you have someone like that in that position who's like training you to devalue yourself, like one of the, watching a very careless person who self-sabotages and destroys their lives and uses them and lies and abandons carelessly having a child and teaching that child to piggyback off of what she does. And I watched it. Like, you can see it. You can see the wheels turning in the kid's head. They know that there's a lie going on. They know that there's an illusion going on. They've probably been prepped before they got to the location not to speak about certain things. Like, they understand this. And I feel bad for kids who are basically groomed to being narcissistic or narcissists themselves. It's a shitty situation, but you absolutely deserve more than that. And you have to know your worth. You have to know who you are. And you have to just, accept that we make mistakes, especially if you've been through trauma or been traumatized by someone, by a manipulator who continues to just hoover back, keep coming back, and, trying to destroy you further, maintain their hold over you. It's one of the hardest parts is recognizing your worth again and what you are worthy of. Because when you're put through something like that, like a systematic devaluation over and over again in the most horrible and harsh ways that can be had, it's hard to come back from that. So again, please check out the Wes Moody WhateverCast interview, because that man went through hell. I mean, as far as like his emotional core, and survived. Not only that, but thrived. He's a YouTuber. He's doing well for himself, no matter what his condition, no matter what his current state is. He is doing well for himself, knowing his worth, understanding his worth, projecting that positivity, fighting every day with the damages that were put into him from childhood, and overcoming them. That man's a hero. Please check out that interview. Ty says, when I moved, I totally freaked. Everything was so loud and the furnace went on the fritz. Look, just pray. All right. There's my man Scotty. What's up, Scotty? Thank you so much. See, dear Lord, I was such a wuss. I mean, yeah. I feel that way too. Isn't that something you gotta get over, Cobb? That's something we all have to get over, right? Because no matter how proud or smart, your accomplishments, who you feel about yourself, who you are, You were put through the ringer by a manipulator, a master manipulator, for whatever reason. Might not have been a master. You might have just fallen for the wrong person and just let your heart lead. But the takeaways from feeling like that, from going through the abandonment and the abuse cycles and the hoovering, the lying, and the smearing and the flying. We're going to get into flying monkeys today because I think that's important. But you have to accept that you did yourself wrong. At least is the way that I approached it. I had to forgive myself because I had done wrong. I had done myself wrong. I devalued myself. And then you set about taking steps to correct it. And there's been this debate. I put a video out. It's weird how the universe works. Sometimes I put a video out and I see other abuse coaches or recovery coaches talking about stuff. But like forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is to just drop the bag of bricks. And you really don't have any reason to forgive a manipulator, whether they're a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath or just an uncontrolled borderline or cluster B avoidance, whatever they are, or cluster C. When someone treats you badly, poorly, over and over again with intent, like there's no way to get around. This was done with intention. This was set up. And those, especially when you get toward the end and you realize your worth, if they're still around to some capacity and you can see them for who they are in the games that they're playing, you know what's coming. And it's embarrassing to yourself. Like, I was fooled by this person. This person is not as smart as me. This person is not nowhere near on my level, does not have the same energy I do, cannot summon, cannot manifest, does not have a connection with God or source that I have. Like, I let myself be used by this. I allowed my name to be dragged through the mud. I went back and tried to fix or heal or correct a situation that I didn't even start, a problem that I didn't even create, in front of other people, family, friends, social, whatever it is. And I embarrassed myself over and over again because everyone else in the room can see it. Snakes can see their own. We're going to talk about flying monkeys. All the other snakes are watching and eating popcorn. It's hard to, whether it was very private or public, to get past that feeling, but you can do it. Look, when you decide you are a new person, you're starting a new day, that is a new day. All right. And you've got to, the thing that I took away from it, you got to fix the issues. If there was any issues in you, some of us are well put together and just got manipulated by a con artist. That happens. But for some of us like myself who have or deal with issues, that make you susceptible to, that all or love and romance, that codependency, seeing the best in somebody without using a proper filter, being naive. You have to forget, you correct those things, correct those problems that you had in yourself. You have to face them. You got damage too. Not only did you get trauma from the narc or the psycho or whatever they were, you also got trauma that was unhealed in you. You were thinking or manifesting in the wrong way. You're hitting the wrong vibration, and you manifested these people into your life. I put a video out a while ago that said, "Hi, I'm Steve Walton. I'm a dumbass," because I was a dumbass. I tanked an entire company. I tanked a lot of friendships. But at the same time, when you're dealing with a narc, when you're dealing with a narcissist, we'll get into this in a little bit. They reveal fake people around you. Who were the people that went to the narc, or did the narc go to in order to facilitate their warped worldview, to lie about you? They were the people that hated you in the cut. They were the people that are the snakes that sat around. They were the people that looked at your bright light, your honesty, the forthright person that you were, and couldn't stand it. Didn't want to confront it because they didn't want to expose themselves. They couldn't stand it. All those people, the snakes know their own. So dealing with all of that too, they revealed these negative influences in your life. They revealed people for who they were. Anybody who a narcissist is a good liar. So there definitely was one or two or maybe a handful of people that fell for their lies and their bullshit because you were acting in reactive abuse after being tortured. Nobody else saw it. Nobody else understood what you were going through, the hell you were going through. And so you started openly being reactive and abuse. And they pointed the finger and you use that. That's a part of the narcissistic cycle. It's abusing you in private. And then when you finally go wreck, when you finally start saying something, what do? All the lies they've been telling people for weeks, they already know. Look, I told you, they're the abusive person. They're the liar. I tell you, and people will co-sign to that, especially if you're dealing with a woman, a narcissistic woman, because they know how to play on men's strings. They know how to play the victim real well. And men for the most part aren't allowed to be any kind of victim of anything. They play on that and they can craft that narrative. It. But the vast majority of people who co-sign to the narcissist bullshit, they're evil too. They just expose themselves. Your narcissist is your trash collector. And that's why I say that, because I saw mad faces that I thought were good people co-signing to her shit, visiting her streams, talking to her. And I know exactly what that means. Now, I've also said before too, just to go on a little bit of a side note here, that there was a lesson. You learn the lessons from that. That's how you recover yourself, Cobb. You learn all the lessons. And one of the lessons that I learned was that when you walk in, when a snake walks into a room, you're in a room with 10 people and a snake walks in, none of those people all may know who that trash ass person is. There might even be another snake in that group. You don't know. But they won't say nothing. They'll wave to the narco, how you doing? Or the toxic person, they'll wave to the snake, how you doing? Good to see, because they understand. The snake walks in, looks and sees nothing but smiles. Well, there's nothing here to do. I'm going to go mess with somebody else's life. I'm going to go mess with somebody else's crew or group, right? But if you're the person who points the finger and says snake, not only are those 9 of the people going to abandon you, because they understand, not only did you just trigger that snake, you triggered the whole nest. Oh my God, he's a person that will call us out. We need to get him. That's something that I didn't understand either. I didn't understand. And I honestly thought that people who weren't doing anything about certain people or situations or calling out for what it was were snakes themselves. They weren't. They're maneuvering. They're just smarter than that in some cases. And in other cases, they were snakes. But the narcissist will collect your trash, the most trash ass garbage people. I don't care what kind. And you once you go through narcissistic abuse, you understand what fake looks like. You see those fake smiles, right? That 2020 narc vision goes in retrospect, y'all. You'll begin llooking back at your life and go, oh, now I understand why that person did this to me, because they're garbage. They have an issue. You'll start seeing that things in people. Start seeing that people. I want to go through the chat just a little bit more, and then we will get into more to the conversation. M-O-O-N, that spells moon. Yeah. What did you think of the last, oh God, I can't think of the damn name of it. The Stand. What did you think? You like the original miniseries, or did you like the new one? Let's see. Druid says, we all made our mistakes. We misjudged. We wanted to see the best in everyone. Right. We learn from these mistakes. Our mistakes do not define us. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I was talking about, like being an empath or being an open-hearted person or a very loving, compassionate, kind person. You know, if you do not have the right boundaries, and this might be a lesson God needs to put you through. Okay, y'all know what I am, but I'm gonna point it down to God. God, this is what God put. This is why God put this test in front of you, because you had to evolve, you had to learn, you had to better yourself. You hadn't recognized that not all people are good. Demons do exist. Dark people, toxic people, liars, manipulators, con artists. If they do this for long enough, or if the stars were aligned the wrong way at birth, or family upbringing, but like people who generate dark forces, who live in a malevolent energy, they attract they attract dark spirits. They attract demons. If they get to a certain point in life and they have not taken the off ramp to try and be a better person, then they'll become possessed. People can become possessed just like items, areas, houses. This is the truth. It's the truth. So you have to understand that, protect yourself in the best way that you can. But our mistakes do not define us. And I think part of that is understanding as we grow. Druid, I feel your energy. You're probably the same kind of empathic cat that I am. Not all people, all right, just because your words mean something. When you say something, you mean it. Just because you do that does not mean everybody else does. And that's a sad truth. Actions, not words. What is a person's actions? How do they walk in life? How do they move? How do they treat other people? Do their words match their actions? And we all know from dealing with a narcissistic person, their words do not match their actions. They are in opposition most times, or a grain of truth sprinkled in, just enough to keep you on the hook or keep you believing or keep you hoping. They have no problem disrespecting themselves by making actions that are contrary to their promises or words. Let's see. 1 second. Okay. What's this, Scotty? What are you saying? Bromance. Yes, sir. All right, get out of here. Well, no, your head can't get much bigger. Kindness among men is not gay. No, it is not. No, it is not. We are a Spartan gay here, sir. Okay, that's what it is. Sometimes you gotta, love your man, your fellow man. Okay, and that's not gay. All right, doesn't mean you're pagan. Doesn't mean that. It does. We believe in man love here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you're stuck in. Yeah, you are. Wait. That sounds kinky. Okay. Let's see. You're cool doesn't mean you're engaged. Well, we were engaged or anything. Could you imagine? Like, I wanted to marry narcissists. Could you imagine? Like, I feel bad for people who got married to these demons. I know a narcissist who got with a very successful man who was, well, also dark himself, but still destroyed his business, destroyed him entirely, dying. These dude's dying because of the evil that was done. Sophia says, thank you for your videos. Oh, thank you, Sophia. I greatly appreciate you all. Look, I am not a life coach. All right. I want to get a certificate as a life coach, though. I am looking at that, and my Sifu is actually a life coach, so I'm thinking about doing it. I'm just trying to give the best wisdom that I can. It's probably not always the best advice for every situation, but whose is. There's a lot of great content creators out there who have guided me and helped me heal, and I'm trying to pay that forward. I wanted to die at one point. My worth was so low. I was devalued so much. I was hunted, stalked, smear streams, gone after by people just dogpiled on to this situation. And and by going back and by continuing to talk to her, I let it. But I survived. And I wouldn't have survived if it wasn't people in the chats, if it wasn't for TikTok creators or Instagram or other YouTubers who talk about this content and kept me going. So thank you too, Sophia. And man, I'm sending love and light your way, sweetheart. And you got this. Shine like a motherfucking star, girl. What's up, Hanson? He says to enable their demonic behavior. Yes, that's another thing like that we have to come to terms with, is that as you were chasing that narc, as you were forgiving them, as you were, waiting in bed on Valentine's Day when they were out banging somebody else all night, you have to understand that by not sticking to your guns, walking away, recognize your red flags, by not learning these lessons earlier in life that some people are just demons, by believing the shit that was coming out of their mouth, you were supporting their demonic behavior. You were enabling it. Absolutely. And it is what it is. It's another thing you got to forgive yourself for and move forward. And, going into that actually a little bit when it comes to the exchange of sacred energies and the exchange of energies, when you are enabling a demon's behavior and when you're mirroring them, you are still exchanging energy. You are giving them a degree of what they want, and you are accepting it into yourself. You are losing connection with source. And that, I think, is part of the dark spiritual aspect of a narcissist, or a person with a disorder, or a person who chooses to live in negative functions, to live in negative cycles, is that if they hit that demonic stage, when they're like possessed by dark spirits, that's part of their function, is to seek out good people, good, healthy. I mean, it's part of a narcissist function to seek out people with good hearts who forgive, or compassionate and kind and strong, and then destroy them. The energy vampires. But I think that they get to a certain point, it goes to like the next level. Like, for lack of a better term, they're out there for Satan, trying to bring down anyone who has. Anyone who has light, who has life, who's inspirational to others, or just trying to destroy people. So it is something that you have to go through. And if you do, whatever your spirituality or faith is, guys, go to church, go to synagogue, go to your mosque, go to your temple, go to, outdoors in nature, whatever it is that you do, get right with source, get right with the Lord and the Lady, get right with God. Thank you very much for subscribing to Coil. He will greatly appreciate that. And we'll probably be having Savage Spirituality on his channel again next week. We'll see. It's a little difficult for him to hold it, so we may have it on Dragonstorm for a few weeks. But it's up to him. He says 5 million plus people. I went full Thanos to avoid dick. The dick conversation is we're not getting into that. That's not today. Go back to the last 10 minutes or 15, 20 minutes of Savage Spirituality. God, Red Gaze came through. Guys, subscribe to Red Gaze. Subscribe to CJH too. He's also a fellow YouTuber. Let's see. CJ says, yeah, for religiously, it could be the rapture. So I knew people, it could be a nuclear war for others. Man, you think a nuclear war and rapture, like it's rapture-ish. The world doesn't end unless a giant meteor comes. This is kind of like a whole other conversation, but everything changes. All right. If you go biblical, an eon is an age. It is not the end. It is not the end of the cycle. So look that up. We'll talk later, CJ. I don't want to get too much into that. Let's see. CJ also says the real narcs have always been the NSYS and will always be the Nazis. Okay. And the ones woke people call who they don't mean, I mean, you get to eat the bugs type of Nazi. Okay. Okay. I understand what you're saying. Well, okay. That's another thing, CJ. When I was doing Author Stephen Walton content, when I was doing Phantom Menace content, like we were dealing with Twitter mobs and toxic people in Hollywood, narcissists in Hollywood, who projected their own racism and sexism and everything onto the audience, onto the fans. Okay, it's like, you don't like this man-hating Star Trek Discovery, this white man-hating Star Trek Discovery, because you're a racist and a sexist. It's a projection, Kurtzman Trek, projection, it's Discovery's a great example, right? So you take a show where they tried to use a black woman as a shield, and use non-binaries and all this other jargon, that they just made up in the last decade, to on a show that was traditionally for everybody, that was progressive. It always was Star Trek, not progressive, liberal, difference. It was more liberal minded. But you take a show like that and then you disrespect every white dude. Every man's achievements is horrible. They're all evil. All the white guys are evil. And you take a show that was meant to unify people and is made with no regard for just even, the message it was sending in the first place, or always had sent, taking the lore and just putting it through a blender, because every kind of disrespect you could possibly think of. And then when the fans have a problem, they're the racists and the sexists, and they don't like trans people, and so that is from the actual Luciferians. That's what they are. The evil, narcissistic, toxic people in Hollywood who are trying to use modern mythologies to spread their demonic message, to create division and hate. And what's weird, Siege, is that I never really understood what a narcissist was or any of this until I was going out with one. But now looking back in retrospect, I was fighting these people and with a complete lack of understanding that a lot of the content we did was giving them negative fuel. It was giving them the attention that they wanted. Like that's what they were looking for, that loud, toxic mob. So I kind of manifested that. It was something I didn't understand, and now I do. So if I decide to re-engage entertainment commentaries, commentary podcasts, then I understand it way better. I understand the blue-haired weirdos, the progressives that are like, stomping on the floor and blaming, the Trump derangement syndrome for everything. And, that's too much. All right. I'm backing it up now. Druid says, the scum always rises to the top because the righteous do not crave power over others. It's a conundrum. Well, I think that is okay. So we look at it in like light side, dark side energy. I've been going to Star Wars with a lot of my spiritual theory since I was a kid. That's why Star Wars is a big thing to me. Dark people, all right, people who are selfish, because everyone is a shade of gray, and everyone needs to have a little. That's why I try to tell you all, let's learn a little psychopathy. Everyone needs a little bit of that, especially us men. All right, do not let the modern age pussify you. All right, you fight for what you want, get what you want. There is a time to be ruthless. There is a time to be aggressive. Like don't fall for that toxic masculinity bullshit. There's people just trying to weaken you. So when it comes to like truly dark people, nasty people. What they are doing is they are selfishly maneuvering themselves in ways that may consume others, has no care whatsoever, no empathy, no compassion, no nothing, right? You know, will not hesitate to fire or do something dirt to a guy or a woman who's barely feeding their family. Like, don't care. They focus, their intention is this. It's very focused, very, very finite. They don't have much on the periphery. So when they are moving through life, they are excelling, they are consuming. All right. But when you talk about a righteous person, or a person who thinks with their heart and thinks, you know, in much of the 360 as they can, that is a person whose power comes from leading by example. That is a person who does not seek adulation. That is doing what's right, having a good heart, sticking to your values, doing what you have to do, and being motivated to move forward in life. And while you do that, while you're being that good person, you are motivating others. Just a person viewing the action, an act of kindness, an act of charity, just a person viewing that can change that person's perspective or perception. It can cause them to make a different choice that will add to the collective good. Remember, we are not alone. Dark people think in ones. They think alone. A good person should be thinking in zeros. We are all connected. We are all part of the collective conscious. We are all part of God. We are all here we are a family on this earth. And so we look at it where you look at it as a conundrum of, I see that, because I understand what you're saying. I see nasty, manipulative, narcissistic people excel and keep growing, you know, and whether they're consuming others or not, they keep going. And that is because they're focused on that ambition. Whereas a good person is focused on the good of all by focusing on being good themselves. And that is a selflessness that shines and brings people up collectively together. And, you know, pay it forward, brother, right? Let's move forward to CJ. He says, it's a hard thing trying to restore a friendship with a narc who was never originally a narc, but is a dark empath surrounded by narcs. Believed I lived so much with gaslighting. That's difficult. All right. So recently had an experience actually where I was, a narc was living here. A manipulative narcissistic person, probably was not always that way. He was a friend of the family. Was not always that person, but you know, upbringing and family environment, or lack thereof, made him very selfish, and that led him down a road to make choices where he was a very selfish, manipulative person. Now, it's strange though, Siege, because after I had gotten the last ghosting that happened for me, I was around a person who was just like her, but I didn't want to screw. I wasn't in love with. You know, there was no illusion. there was no question. I am seeing what I'm seeing. I'm feeling what I'm feeling. I know what this person is. And they tried over and over again to create illusion or create, you know, to create the bonds of trust, create a false bond of trust to pull you in. And I couldn't. It disgusted me. And it actually helped me with performing the spell and just being done, because I was in the, you know, 24/7. Around a person with the same type of energy, the same type of selfishness. And it made me disgusted. It's constantly disgusted of it every day. Just made me want to just like go Narcslayer. But I didn't, and it handled itself. And spell also helped. But restoring a friendship with someone who has decided to go down the path of being full-on a narcissist. Because there's a difference between being narcissistic and narcissist. Anyone can be narcissistic. Any person can prioritize their ego over reality, over someone else. You know, it is what it is. It's a part of the sphere of human emotions, human conditions. But if they've chosen to become a narcissist, like full on, the only way that I could see any restoring friendship, the only way that I could see that would be if they went to psychotherapy, if they went committed to themselves, to therapy, to understanding their condition, to trying to be a better person. They went full on Lee Hammock. You know, like if they do that, then there's a chance. But other than that, my brother, when a person, so this is why the dark side is so much easier than the light. All right. Because the dark side gives you quick power, momentary power. You got this done. And That's the path that a narcissistic or dark or a toxic person chooses. They choose to go down that quick power rush instead of the long game, which is sometimes being selfless or sacrificing, or sometimes being hurt for the good of another. Sometimes we have to make decisions where, we're taking a hit for a friend or a loved one, emotionally, whatever it is. So if you're talking about a dark empath at this point, all right, it's because you're dealing with a narcissist who has psychic ability or has power. Understand that when they get to a certain point, when they have allowed darkness to rule them, to rule their decisions, when they when the people they're sleeping with are becoming progressively demonic, like progressively horrible, all of the energy around them is like that. Right? It changes the core of a person. Your power, your connection to the powers you were given by Source, by God, the abilities are now twisted. And so, it is a quick path to power, the dark side. The light side is working on yourself, accepting reality, accepting other people's realities, being compassionate and kind, not only to others, but to yourself. It's being a killer, but knowing and having control over that killer instinct. It's also knowing when to back up and let someone else take the reins, when not to be involved. It's a whole lot it's a whole lot of work that goes into being a good, decent person. So, and you're talking about living with the gaslighting. Yeah, dude, I'm so sick of gaslighting. Like I said, that guy was here. The other one, I'm just like, yeah, here, I'm listening to him gaslight. I'm just like, I see, right. I've dealt with this before. All right. But I don't want to point in you. So there is no fog. I know and see exactly who you are. You're a demon who will stab anyone at any time, that will talk trash at any point, anytime, because of your own insecurities. You will backstab and then excuse that behavior, make up an excuse. If you don't like somebody, you can't figure one out, you'll make one up so that there's no solution to a problem. Nothing but lies and illusion. And you have to decide for yourself, is that worth having in your life again? Ty says, we were permitted 4 squares of TP in our bungholes. That's awful, Cobb. You got to fold it over. The trick is to fold it over and pat. Okay, dig once and then pat. That's the way you do it. The CJ says the unfortunate part is that there are so many useful idiots that are being used for their emotions. Essentially, the government has weaponized flying monkeys, and there's an army of them beyond our understanding. Absolutely, yeah. Man, that's a whole other show. We can actually get into that savage spirituality about the top 13 families, Illuminati, puppet masters. Because yes, that is creating an illusion. We're talking about that Melu that's going to happen spiritually for all of us, and that is going to be, I'm praying, I believe it, the wiping away of this illusion that's been created. Why do all Western powers have control over all Western media, right? Why is it every time somebody shows up on the scene who is, whether you like them or not, honest, like to the fucking bone honest, why do you think the entire media freaks out? And all the social structures freak out. Why did the coof happen? You know what I mean? What the imaginary virus? Like, well, why did that happen? Why did you have all of Gamergate, Comicsgate, which I don't condone, but you know what I mean? Like Fandom Menace. That's why you had these things, because you had people who were fighting back against a false reality, an illusion that was being created and funded and propagated by flying monkeys in the media, by flying monkeys on social media, news, newspapers. They're everywhere. They absolutely are everywhere. And people have no journalistic integrity anymore. They're all sellouts, except for one. Let's see. Druid said, the world that it is has been corrupt, and now there's only Wi-Fi. Yeah, but it's not completely corrupt. I mean, in every age, I'm sure there was a level of corruption, even in the golden ages, in the Renaissance. But like the Renaissance, for example. Let's talk about the Renaissance for a second, right? So you had a second plague come through Europe, right, in the Middle Ages. Wiped out a third of the population. And what happened? Well, all the institutions that were used to burning you, boiling you, drowning you, destroying you if you didn't pray the right way, they lost control. All of the narcissists lost control. Everybody was localized for a long time. It was just local everything. Trade was destroyed. And what happened from that? You had one of the greatest golden ages of our time in science, math, art, expression, spirituality, religion, all of these things. All of these things had a golden age, and that was because, with a third of the pot, who knows what that third was, but the oligarchs in control of information and trade, and punishing you if you didn't, do some absurd act that all of those people lost control. Calm down, Steve. All of those people lost control. And when that happened, you had more people coming together, working together. They needed to, after such a high death toll, they needed to all come together and farm together and work together in order to move forward. And it created leading by example all over the place. So I don't think it's not, we are dealing with this is a savage spirituality topic kind of, but from my perspective, right? How do I put this? All right, let's go. We'll go. Drew, I know you're Christian, so we'll go Christian with it, right? So the well of souls only has so many souls in it, right? And the end time is supposed to happen when all the souls run out. So right now we have a huge influx of newborn souls, of souls that have not been around that I can't do it. I'm a reincarnationist, guys. We are got a whole bunch of ignorant souls with there's no download available. Okay. And they're out here having this human experience in a way that they're very impressionable and very susceptible to their base desires. Whereas a soul who has a strong connection to source controls those base desires and has, emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence and has that connection with the divine, that they're not out just going off of every impulse and being selfish. We have how many, remember, I don't know how old you are, bro, but I remember back in 92 was a big thing. There was 4 billion people on the planet. We got twice that now. And I think that with all of that spiritual drain and all of the newborns that are being incarnated, that it is, we just got a lot of idiots, a lot of very impressionable people out there right now. Sorry, I tried to go Christian with that, bro. It wasn't really a way to do it, but you understand what I'm saying? It's a connection with source. Here, I can bring back Christianity. It's a connection to God that is not being had with more people than ever. It's a complete disregard of the sanctity of our connection, the importance of our connection with God. And so since you have so many people running amok, without the adherence to basic good and living off of animalistic impulses, then you have a lot more chaos going on in the world and a lot more people for the devil to just pick up and run with and possess and tease and promise and do all the things that darkness does. So that's the issue. And I think it's more important than ever right now, Druid, for people like us to lead by example, be good to others. I think it's very important, more important now than ever, for those of us who have that connection with God to be love and compassion and kindness and walk with, and do what we have to do, not only to protect ourselves, to be strong, but also to continue on paying it forward. We're all family on this earth together. So that's where I'm at with it, bro. I was going to talk about Flyingmonkeys. Let's see. Babylon was doing, I hate to say this, Drew, but I am Lodonis, son of Enki, and Enki came from Mesopotamia and Babylon. But I understand what you're saying. I understand. I'll meet you halfway. I want to meet you halfway. When you have unbridled physical pleasures, when you have selfish, impulsive, animalistic, hedonism, when you have that's negative, right? That becomes a negative thing. Much like a narcissist who sleeps around with everybody, right? You know what I mean? Like you say, okay, I am careful about who I sleep with now. I pick and choose. I am going to choose. I don't care. I'll go without it because I understand the importance of remaining whole, remaining sacred to myself, or considering myself sacred and important, and my worth, knowing my worth, right? When we sleep with a narcissist who is sleeping with everybody, it don't matter. They sleep with the dirt, and they're attracting darkness too. They're attracting other crap people too. They're not just hunting out, supply, decent supplies. They are sleeping with so and so who's running from the cops and has a girlfriend in Chester who's sleeping with people for heroin, and they will be in bed with that person, that dude. They'll be in bed with them. And I say, "Nah, we didn't have sex." Bullshit, you didn't have sex. You know what I mean? Like they're running around. They're having sex with bikers who have sex with hookers. They're having sex with dudes or people who are like going to truck stops and doing like that nasty stuff. I'll be talking. I was talking a little bit of trash back, for the last few weeks, but that's real talk. All right. That is a collection of hedonistic, nasty, destructive. Yes. Thank you, son. Destructive behavior. And you're mixing your energy with that, when you have enough people that are co-signing, like Flyingmonkeys and other toxic people, when they all cluster together, all right, like a Babylon, so to speak, then that's a culture of demeaning, dark, hedonistic, lustful, horrible energy, and they're all sharing that energy. And so, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Sex is not, sex is not bad if it, and I don't even judge, like beyond monogamy. I used to live by the credo, monogamy is evil, back in the day. So like, I'm pretty open-minded. I've seen relationships or people in situations where there was, multiple partners and this and that weren't bad people. They just lived their life in a healthy way. And we're not out there just sleeping with freaking hookers, So yeah, there is a level of darkness that is happening in this world. Selfishness that has taken place that has led to this rise of toxic behaviors, narcissism in general. Let's see. Cobb says, I take pride in my useless eater status because I am debt-free. Good for you, Ty. Good for you. Says they hated me at first sight. Yes. CJ says, the fourth wave is always still by you through the ends of the earth. Yeah, brother. Hail. Hail, brother. Hail. Let's see. All right. Oh, here we go. So Tracker Pete. Narcissist Mother Survival Channel. Hey, my narc mother got me once good on that reactive abuse. I threw a clock at the wall and it became the focus for years of how I cannot control myself. It ain't poke you, right? Yeah, I mean, I could only imagine being around an abusive parent like that. But that's a good example of what narcs do. And we'll talk about Flyingmonkeys for a minute with this one too, because I think that feeds in this more with my experience. And probably most of your experiences. So Tucker's talking about, or Tracker, Tracker Pete. Hail to you, by the way, man. Guys, throw a link to Tracker's channel in the chat if you can. So that reactive abuse, right? The reason the narcissist needs Flyingmonkeys is when you're outside of a family unit, because I'm pretty sure. Tracker, let me know if like the father, if the father was there, if he was like a co-signer, was he like an enabler or anybody else? Because the dynamic of a narcissist is pretty much always the same. And as far as like they need an enabler, they need people that co-sign their garbage. The reason a narcissist needs Flyingmonkeys is because they are liars. First off, they need to have a support group. Even narcs need a support group. That's why they fall into collapse when they have no supply and no nothing. Okay. The narcissist needs to surround themselves with someone who will reinforce their lies, their worldview, who will lie to them. A narcissist is going to sit in a room with you and say, I don't do that. I don't cheat. Or I don't do this. I never hurt this person. And they need people around that are like, yeah. And most of the time, those Flyingmonkeys are people who are getting some benefit out of it. In a family dynamic, I would imagine it would be not getting the Eye of Sauron put on you. Not taking the narcissist wrath. And I think outside of that, the social atmosphere, that happens too. You have people who just co-sign to what a toxic person or narcissist says, just so that they don't have to deal with the repercussions of calling them out, because narcs hate being called out. When you, the Flyingmonkeys that are around a narcissist are ones who want something from them, whether it's sex or whether it's money or drugs or attention or whatever. They could also be other toxic people. And those other toxic people don't care who they're destroying. They're just looking for the Jerry Springer show. They just want to destroy somebody. These types cluster together. They all cluster together. They all reinforce one another with all their garbage, their smear campaigns, their whisper networks. And the narcissist needs that to also for this situation that Pete's talking about right here, because I've also been through this. As he said, he threw a clock at the wall, and that became the focus of years on how I cannot control myself. So here, Tracker was dealing with a narcissistic mother who had been poking him, messing with him, devaluing him, putting him through whatever hell that this mother put this child through. And then when the child acted out, when they had enough, when a reaction was had to the abuse, that becomes what the smear campaigns have all been about, the story behind the scenes, whoever the narcissist is talking to before you flip out. Oh, I don't know if I can be with that person, or I don't know if I can be around that person. You don't understand what they do in private. You don't understand how they treat me in private. You don't understand what's going on. I'm actually the good one. So I don't know if I can control this child or this person or this lover or whatnot. This is what the narcissist been doing that, because these demons run in that cycle. They setting you up the whole time. They're setting you up so that when you throw a clock at the wall, it becomes the focus of attention to validate all of the lies and smears that have been said to you by that narc and their co-signers, their flying monkeys. They got to make sure everybody's on the same page. And then they're going to propagate that information, right? That's the focal point for years on this man. They'll do the same thing. Narcs will, and flying monkeys, their co-signers will do the same exact thing. They'll keep repeating the lie over and over again. Like, oh yeah, don't mind the curtain. Don't mind all this stuff. This is why it's important to expose your narcs, y'all. This is why it's important to speak up, to speak out. It's why it's important to show everybody who they are and never stop. Don't shut up. Whenever it comes up, you don't shut up, because they have been lying from the rip, and they are, and their co-signer, their evil god, their Hoover and hobgoblins. All right, they are all setting you up this entire time to bring your reputation down, to besmirch your honor. They are looking for this reaction. They're looking for reactions like this so that they can lie and say that, well, this is the real person. You didn't see this person. That's a sick ass. These people are demons. These people are evil. How can they exist in this way? This illusion, this deception, and not be evil. And good to see you, brother. Let me see if I can. Did you answer me? Okay, I'm going jumping ahead. I'm jumping. Is Tracker still here? I don't know. Tracker's still here. But if you're, let me know, and I will bring up that comment. Druid says, "Learn to enjoy solitude. Real happiness comes from within, and we are already complete." Yes, real happiness. Yes. Real happiness does come from within. Because I mean, when you deal with something external that brings you happiness, you're still feeling it from within. It has triggered something from within you. That is your soul, your connection to God's source. And you have everything that you need here. Everything that you need is here. And when you have a question, when you need to be led, the universe speaks. Source talks to you all the time. Angels are around you all the time. So are them devils. The angels are around you all the time. You just got to pay attention. That dream might have meant something. Or, that seeing the same numbers again. I'm a big believer in angel numbers. Check those out. And, seeing those numbers, that means something. Hearing a song in a point in time. Everything, God, we are a part of God. God is everything, right? We're a part of God. And he is talking to us we are not separated from the world around us. We all come from the same energy. We come from the same creator. It is always talking to you. Just listen as best you can. Let's see. CJ says, people can still be hurt by demons and the devil if they were hurt before. Yeah, absolutely. The devil knows the weaknesses, and he's going to keep prodding until he gets to you. That's how he works. Yes. And depending on how long you've been exposed to it, it can change you. Like, that's the point, I think, of a demonic or a dark force, a dark entity person, toxic person. This is one of their points in abusing you the way they do, lying to you, devaluing you, making you lose your self-worth, is to bring you to that low vibration where you exist in that dark realm, where you manifest negatively, where you lose hope, where you've become so hurt and jaded that you become evil. It is a marker of strength to live in the light, to be connected to source, to God, to overcome these trials and keep pushing forward, being a good person. You learn your lessons, you become a stronger warrior. All right. But it is so, this is why being good is the most difficult path. It's why being a good person is so hard. The dark side, real quick, devil, demons, darkness, whatever you call it, they are out there, and they will reinforce their own quick as hell and try and bring you down. CJ, I told you that story about the freaking demon, the person who was demon possessed, rolled up on me, asking me if I was going to kill myself while I was in that suicidal stage. You going to kill yourself? You're going to kill yourself? Are you going to kill yourself? Because the devil felt me strong. I was strong that day. And darkness had to show up and test me, you know. But I've also had angels come into my life. So, but that's a discussion for another time. Sophia says, I married mine. She swears she has the spirit of Abaddon with her and makes a lot of threats. I'm not sure who Abaddon is. Sorry, Sophia. I'm not sure which god or goddess that is, or demon or spirit. Please put it in the chat and I will look it up. Well, I mean, yes, you're dealing with a bullshitter too. You have to understand, you're dealing with a bullshitter and an illusionist. But even illusion can manifest. If you've got enough flying monkeys and enough willpower, illusion does manifest. That's why evil people succeed, even though they're destroying others. But when it comes to a person who is just straight out saying, yeah, I have this within me, I mean, I actually more often than not do believe them. Part of my spirituality comes from an understanding of my guardian spirits and how they are a part of me, within me, and without, part of who I am. And I have met people who have things or have aspects of things or have connections to things within them that can change them. Physical appearances, energy, all of it, the whole nine. I've seen a narcissist, narcissistic sociopath's eyes go glassy, happy, and morph right in front of me into something so evil, so cold, so careless, and loving, enthralled in the fact that they felt I was under complete control, devalued and destroyed. That person has something. They're possessed. So, and understand, Sophia, you're dealing with a blowhard too. I know there's different types of narcs. I know that, but from my experience, narcs are wusses. From my experience, they talk a lot of trash from the distance, but they ain't nothing of substance. They ain't going to come mess with you. They ain't going to hit you. They ain't going to come to your house. They ain't going to do that. No, they'd rather go to a truck stop and bang a tranny. Like that's my experience in dealing with narcs. But I understand that there's malignant narcissism and there's physical narcs out there, especially men. Men feel male narcissists have no problem putting their hands on a woman. So you understand what that is. Pray, protect yourself, whatever your spirituality is, Sophia. Get in tune with that. You're going if that one is possessed, then she you might need a little bit more protections. And I'm not sure, like, if your faith allows for seeking answers in combating that type of darkness, then I would seek it out and I would take advantage of that. I mean, hell, even the Catholics even the Catholics do that, Let's see. We got to stop for a minute. There's Nikki Red. I have something special for you, Nikki Red. What's up, baby? Good to see you. One of my first subscribers, been here with me the whole time. Much love to you, sweetheart. And here this for you.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I just figured I'd just whip it out for you, Nikki. Good to see you. Much love, sweetie. Thank you for being here. I can't tell you enough how much it's meant to me that you've been so supportive throughout this entire adventure. And I love you. Whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, I love you and your family. Thank you so much. Let's see. I want to jump ahead just a little bit, guys. I'm sorry, Ty. I know you're in there going off. Thank you so much. What's up, Janet? Janet from Another Planet. Guys, please check out YouTube channel, Janet from Another Planet. Do I have any wrenches out there? Any wrench slayers or link slingers? I can't even speak. I would greatly appreciate if you would. Do I need to give you a link? Who has wrenches? I can't see if anybody's throwing links out here. Let me take a look. Give me 1 second, guys. But Janet, please check out Janet from Another Planet. She is a very cool person. Hangs out with my buddy Bruce Lombardo. Hail my TFM OG brother. Please check out Bruce Lombardo's channel and her channel. And I'm trying to. All right, I probably got to turn this down. Okay. Who got wrenches? CJ, you got a wrench. Janet, I'm gonna give you a wrench. Just throw your channel in there for me, honey. And let's see. Druid, I got, you know what? Nikki. Where's Nikki at? Nikki, you get a wrench. Nikki and Druid, you guys are getting wrenches. You see any trolls, you know what to do. Nikki and Druid. All right. Thank you, guys. Anyway, almost every man that shows any interest in me ends up being a narcissist. Well, you got to look at what is it about you. Do you have narcissistic parents? Did you deal with like troubling childhood? Did you have childhood traumas or something that led you to just, Janet? I'll be real talk with you, Janet. I have abandonment issues from my mom, who's a wonderful person. She just had her own problems. She had to work them out while I was growing up, but she did love me, and we have a great relationship now. My dad, kind of a newborn soul, and he was doing his own things. We got a great relationship now. I love my parents, but real is real. But he taught me that he would love me 1 minute, and then he would treat me like shit the next. Not all the time, but like that was his cycle. It was like love bombed evaluation. I had abandoned for mom. So I figured out that as I was going through life, I always felt like I would be failed by the person that was supposed to take care of me, my mom. I always felt like I was supposed to be failed. So I would self-defeat without even realizing it. I was generating that self-defeat by not facing that within me. And then I was also used to being around people or getting with women, fairly good-looking women who devalue and love bomb devalue. You know what I mean? Whether it's to cheat or whether it's just like to give you shit or whatever it was. And so those two things combined for me made me susceptible to narcissistic personalities as I was dating. Like, when you go through this and you understand the education phase and you start getting involved in narcissistic abuse recovery, your eyes work in retrospect. You look back and you can tell the different types of people that you were with. So look at yourself and try and figure out what it is within you that allows you to be caught up with these types. And also understand that, when you have been living in a vibration like that for so long, that you're manifesting those types of people without even realizing it. So it's going to take time. It's going to take work, prayer, meditation, whatever it is that you do. It's going to take a lot of internal work, a lot of shadow work. Also, when you're dealing with, if you have been tempted by the devil, so to speak, over and over again by these types of people, then it is probably because you have a light. And I've seen your clips. I've heard you talk. I've felt your energy, Janet. You are a light. You are a shining light in the darkness of the world. You are a good fucking person. I know you are. And so that light could be attracting those moths. All right. Then that's what's happening. Darkness wants to hold you down, keep you in this cycle, keep you going through these relationships, not reaching your full potential as a lover, as a partner, as a soul, as a light. And so do that work within you, whatever that may be. Figure that out and change it, because you are worthy. You are worthy of more than that. Okay, you're freaking hot, babe. You're saying, look, I ain't gonna say this. I'm only gonna say this. There's been a few times I've talked to other YouTubers, and they're like, damn, Janet's hot. Okay. I don't spread that around. I'm not saying who, but that has been a thing. All right. The people recognize your beauty, and it's not just your physical beauty. It is who you are inside, how you talk to people, how courteous you are, how you respect people, the tone of your voice, the messaging you put out, the time that you spend with others that is seen on live streams. You are a beautiful person, Janet. You deserve better. Know your worth. Fix that shit up, and you'll be fine. You're going to be fine, honey. Let's see. Aiden. What is up, Aiden? Buford, Lodonis. I told off my narc and his flying monkey in my community fitness center. We shall see if he follows what I told him to do. It's a narcissist, first off. Okay, you stood up to a narc in public and a flying monkey, right? Okay, so you know their fifis are wrapped up with each other right now, right? Because you're the evil one. You're the bad guy. You're the bad person for calling a fucking liar and a manipulator out, especially in public and especially with their toady, all right? They've run this script before, Aiden, okay? Just know this. They have run this script before. So you, depending on how well you know these narcs or how educated you are on the narcissistic behaviors, their actions are predictable. You know from the condition, the type of narcissist they were, the damage they had inside them, the flying monkey, what kind of damage, the toxic person that they are, you know their next move. If you're at a point where you see clearly, you have emotional control, use your intellect. Narcissists, I will say this over and over, toxic people are not, they could be, their IQs could be off the chain. They could be genius level IQs, okay? But narcissists have emotional immaturity, emotional reactivity, a selfishness for a gaping hole that they've created instead of healing themselves that they have to fill. All right. And they are compulsive and addictive behaviors. You don't use your intellect. It does not matter. They can have their IQ can be 50, 60, 80 more. They don't matter. You have control over yourself and you understand the people and the situation. You know how they're going to react. Listen to your instincts. Listen to your connection to source and be prepared. If you want to be prepared for the next move, if there is a next move, sometimes the most powerful move is nothing. But if you're going to run into these people again, you know what to do, sir. You know what to do. Let's see. CJH says, hoovering hobgoblin sounds like Spider-Man. I just realized. I couldn't think. You know what? I did think of the hobgoblin or the green goblin. When I was trying to think of something that made sense. Hoovering, like what goes with hoovering? Hoovering hobgoblin. They're gremlins, right? Narcissists are gremlins. They're like whack-a-moles. That's why we need Narcslayers out here telling the truth and exposing these freaks. All right, standing by one another. All right, so we could take the whack-a-mole mallet from a person who's been abused, who's still recovering. One of us that is healed, one of the Valkyries can grab that mallet and whack that really freaking narcissist, whack that mole. They're gremlins. They pop out of holes. They create problems for which there's no solutions. They do not value you. They do not value themselves. They are liars through and through. They collect your trash for you. I mean, that's the one good thing a narc does is they collect your trash. They all the people, all the co-signers, people that believe their bullshit, and everybody who wants to see you fall, well, they're going to run to that narcissist side. They're going to run to the side of the person who finally took down that blazing light. And they're gremlins, right? They're hoovering hobgoblins, all right? Believe it. Believe. I have talked to so many people and so many stories, and I know because I trust my third eye now. Believe that narc is watching you. They are looking at your social. They are invested in what you're doing. Doesn't matter what they say. They are hoovering hobgoblins. They're looking for the next opportunity to stab somebody because they would rather live like that than work and grow, work on themselves, heal themselves, and be good fucking people. I'm sorry. I went a little dark. I'm coming back up. Michael, what is up to? Big fan of yours. Not too many like you. Question. Thank you, Michael. I greatly appreciate you. Every single one of you. I know by special. I'm just one of y'all. I'm just spitting what knowledge that I've gained, but I greatly appreciate all of you so much, man. I love y'all. You're my family. Thank you. Is this awareness of narc abuse the sword that divides? Matthew 10:34-36. Well, I'm not familiar with Matthew 10:34-36. Thank you very much, man. God bless, brother. Thank you for the question. Is awareness of narc abuse the sword? I think that narcissism is a part of, it's a part of the dark triad of personality disorders, Machiavellianism. Forgive me, I can't think of the other one. I think that there's a rampant disease in spiritual disease, and as far as darkness is concerned, as far as like evil, and I could bring this one in Christian terms. Satan's got a playground right now, and not only he has such a big playground right now, and it is because of the oligarchs, of the families who have had power and had money and influence for generation after generation after generation, the ones that control our media. control our government, the puppets that we have in our Congresses and our White Houses and our, in our Senates or House of Commons. Like, these people are puppets to money, right? To money. Money is worshipped above all, right? And that is what darkness, that is what the devil is using to create influence. But not only that, to create that influence, but also to use our media, some of our modern mythologies like movies and TVs and shows. I'm sure you've seen them. The disgusting display of trying to teach kids different sexual things on children's shows. Like they're get them young, get them when they're early. The way that certain behaviors are completely allowed in contradiction in our media. It's okay to be racist. It's no, wait, not okay. Excuse me. Defending yourself from a racist is actually being racist. The labels, the mislabeling, the gaslighting, all of this is all over our social media, and it's all over, and it's being controlled by these people. I think CJ was talking earlier about there being a change, a Malou. There's an awakening that's going to happen, and it is going to happen. We are definitely, no matter how you see it or what faith you come from with it, it's all connected, and I do believe that part of that awakening is going to be the dispulsion of the illusionists, the top 1%, the Luciferians in Hollywood. The people that control our media, that just give out misinformation, try and keep us divided, separated, feeling low, and not letting us reach our full potential, our connection with Source God. That, yes, I do believe that there's a change that's coming, and I hope that answers to the best that I could for that. I'm sorry, I'm not all that familiar with the Bible. I haven't read one in a long time. Good to see you, Michael. Thank you so much. So Cobb says, if there is a God, there must be evil, as above, so below. Absolutely. Well, everything's gray. I think there's only two. I look at things in spheres. I think that there is two complete poles where you have absolute good and absolute, evil. Those two opposites. And I think everything else is a shade, no matter how dark or how light or how in the middle you are. I think everything is a shade. The way that I view my spirituality is that it is all connected, and there's not really a separation between light and dark. But there is defined good and defined evil. So yeah, so God is everything. In my point, God is everything. So if God is everything, He's everything. Everything. One of the gods that I used to like a lot when I was a young practitioner was Janus, the god Janus. Janus had a light face and a dark face. Janus could be malevolent and benevolent. He could be a great person, and he could be your worst nightmare. It's and I think that's kind of how I look at the chaos of energy that exists around and within, and we are a part of. That is God, as above, so below, which is also a manifestation term, Ty. If you want to look into the Emerald Tablets explanation of as above, so below, put a whole new spin on that saying. Another question: after handing a narc their butt, have you noticed all the other narcs have serious nightmares while they lay next to you asleep? I noticed that. You noticed it? Yeah. Okay, so I said something earlier about when you're with a group of people and a snake, a toxic person walks in, and you're the one who calls them out, that it triggers the snake and it triggers every other snake at the snake nest and all the other people. Absolutely. Absolutely. I inadvertently triggered a narcissist by the name of John Delarose, who is a part of this movement that was good in its infancy, Comicscape, but it's run by another narcissist. It's basically crafted by a grandiose narcissist. And so it's become this kind of toxic, it's become a toxic culture equipped with Flyingmonkeys and whisper networks that will destroy your reputation, that will destroy your ability to independently sell comic books, because they will smear your name and they will destroy you and go after your reputation. They will investigate you, and it's horrible. And I was defending someone who was going through narcissistic abuse. This is while I was going through narcissistic abuse and didn't even really know what it was. And I ended up defending on a live stream this person who was going through like serious narcissistic abuse from another dude who was sending people to this guy's house. to beat him up and to like destroy property. And like it was really effed up what was going on. So one of the people, I didn't even know this guy's name. I didn't even know he existed. And once he discovered that, or once he saw me standing up for a friend, he decided to target me, and he has not shut up about me. He does segments about me on his freaking show. He got Narc X and brought her lying, fucking backstabbing ass up on there. This dude went and looked for people in my past, anybody that he could that had screwed me over, to bring them on and then present them as a hero or a victim of whatever I didn't do. Yes, absolutely. When you call out a narcissist, when you call out a toxic person, it triggers all the toxic people. And it'll even trigger the flying monkeys that you didn't even know were flying monkeys. I had friends literally do an about face and turn on me. Lying, smear campaign, exclusion, just going after my rep, everything, trying to separate me from other friends and people, everything. Because he had the whole time, he had been a toxic person himself who fooled me into thinking he was a good person. And once I started being able to see, I think what triggered him was once I began to be able to recognize toxic behaviors, what fake smiles were, who fake people were, he got triggered and he stabbed me as hard as he could. But this happens. When you call out a snake, all the snakes get jumpy. The ones who are looking for that negative fuel, they're gonna come after you in the open. The ones who are covert and get off on like just being a small cog in a machine of destroying you, they're all of them are stroking it. They're all stroking it. You put the fear of God into narcissists when you outright expose them, when you just say the truth over and over again, when you point that finger, when you have evidence, when you go after them, you trigger the shit. When you mirror a narc, you trigger the shit out of them. And it's all poison. You do it the right way, it's all poison. But most especially the other narcs around, the other toxic people, flying monkeys, anybody out there who's lying about you, smearing you, getting off on your destruction, they are absolutely, depending on the type of narc that they are. Too, also depends on like how they're positioned, the type of toxic person that they are. All right, because some don't care. Some are just there. If they don't care about the narcissist, they don't care about the person who's coming after you. They're there for the show. They're eating popcorn. They're just there to be a part of something fun. But then you've got toxic people who have such a lack of self-worth, which is mostly what narcissists have. You have people with such a lack of self-worth that even they got that fake smile on, they're talking in public, I do what I want, whatever I do. And they're like Cartman, from South Park, on Jerry. Like this, it's all fake. All fake, Michael. If you got your connection with God, if you understand, if you're listening to your angels, if you're listening and you're observing, God's trying to tell you, then they're having nightmares. Absolutely. They're bugging out. Some of them are freaking the fuck out because they don't know if you are going to turn on them, if you're going to turn the sword of truth onto them. Yes. So I have noticed that. And you just have to remember this. Some toxic people are narcissistic, but not necessarily narcissists. And they have other conditions, or they have other toxicities, other traumas, or whatever the hell. They're a type of evil that they are. Some of those are going to move differently, especially if they're psychopathic. They're going to move differently. But for the most part, I think it's a safe general mainstay to believe that smile that narc got on, that laugh, that, oh, I'm having a great time, that's fake. They're triggered. They're scared. And that's why they seek to destroy people like you, Michael. People who have a good heart, people that are put together, that are strong, that have qualities they do not possess. That's why they go after you. Because the devil wants to destroy that. Lead by example, my brother. CJ says, I wonder if why we get so much of this predictive programming media and negative news is because they want us to manifest bad events. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yes. They want everybody on the same frequency. Creating the same illusion to manifest that illusion. You get enough people believing a lie, and it becomes the truth. Control the media, control the mind. Absolutely, and that's why narcs need flying monkeys. Again, narc needs people around them, whether they believe the narcissist, whether they're just as toxic, whether they're just have to have fun and destroy somebody and eat some popcorn, whether they have their own agenda because they hated your light or the truth you were spitting. These types they need they need people to propagate their lies, to reinforce their bullshit, their lies, their smear campaigns, their destruction. They're trying to manifest a reality, as narcissists do and toxic people do. Some toxic people do. They want to manifest a reality and create an illusion that then becomes reality. So yes, absolutely, that's what that programming is for. And that is why you have people losing money, losing houses, losing their minds, losing their mental health, losing their lives, off of a lie about a flu, just so you can steal an election in the middle of the night, because they don't care. People like that do not care. They want their illusion to be reality. They're going to manifest that using the good hearts of others or using the perceptions of others. And that's why I say, when you're dealing with like narcs, when you're dealing with like Flyingmonkeys and narcs, understand some of the people that believe that narc are just bullshitted. You were bullshitted. All right. Some of the people that believe that narc are only hearing what the narc, because the narc's been programmed with lies the whole time. And then they're only going to see you in reactive abuse, you acting out, you acting wreck, which reinforces the lies that they were told. So when you talk about predictive programming, all you've got to do is just keep saying something over and over again, and then create a false flag here and there, false flag event, little kernels of something. You know what I mean? And that way, if you do it successfully, you can blame a person who was in a fatal motorcycle accident, on a flu that they never had. That lie can become reality. It's crazy. Hold on. He says, what are you saying, Kyle? Before I get out of the sack, I wrap myself in colors and seal myself in gold. Sweet. White and gold. Maybe they're trying to get us to manifest a civil war. I mean, yeah. Well, I think a lot of it. Oh, the Great Reset. That's a whole other thing. We ain't talking about that right now. But yes, I mean, going back to what we were saying before, you keep people conflicted. There ain't no damn civil war. It's not going to happen. The people in charge, the ways that we used to get the way the globalists used to get things done 100 years ago is not how they get it done now. 100 years ago, you have a great world war, so to speak, so that you can go into the Middle East and carve up all these different tribal regions and destroy one of the oldest religions, Zoroastrianism, and create a whole bunch of animosity and tribal conflict and within a region to destabilize it, because they have one of the most important resources for the modern age. That's what you do. That's what they did then. What they do now is use proxy wars, the CIA, false flags. It's not a global scale anymore. The rich have figured out that if they can keep their puppets working and paying taxes and giving them their goods, the more of them they have doing that, the wealthier and more powerful they get. So I don't see any civil war coming. Sophia says it's a demon and evil, and with an evil demon with her actions. I believe that's scary. It's only because she says she's sending them to me. Get 4 pieces of raw iron. Place them in the 4 corners of your home. Okay. That'll help if you're dealing with a demonic entity, demonic force. If you are a Christian, get your house blessed by a powerful pastor, priest, whatever it is. If you are Catholic, they got a whole division for this. Go talk to them. They understand. If you are not a spiritualist, or if you're just general spiritualist, if you're atheist or whatnot, look, go to a witch. Get a witch or a medicine man to come through. We do battle with that shit. And they will help to guide you. Get some sage, smudge your house, get some holy water. If you're Christian, get some holy water, use that, put it around the entrances and all the portals in your home. And pray. And, I hope that's not the case for you. Let me know later on in the comments of the videos and any future videos. David says, pray, have faith that God protects you, resist it. It will flee from you. Yes, very much so, sir. Yes, amen, brother. Yep. Lady Virgo says, hey, all you warriors. What is up, Lady Virgo? Good to see you. Hail, sister, my Narcslayer. Good to see you. We're just, I'm thinking I'm going to close out here pretty soon. I'm actually, guys, for those of you that are still here, I know some of you aren't interested in it. I'm going to do 3-card spreads if you're interested. I know that's, again, some of your thing. And if it is, thank you for being here. And I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for remaining subscribed to somebody that is vastly different than you. Greatly appreciate that. But if any of you are spiritualists, if you'd like 3-card tarot spread put down, I'm going to do that before I go. Let's see. Sophia says she almost killed me quite a few times in her house. She beat the crap out of me, and I am spiritual, and I want to know. I want to know what to do. I've looked at your cord cutting video. Sorry if it's cord cutting video. Sorry if it's the wrong. Okay. Well, go look at that video. In the description of the cut, bind, and banish is a list. Just follow those instructions. Follow those instructions to a T. You'll be all right. And it will take care of that. Trust me. I did mine, and things have been happening all around me. Prosperity's coming back. My headspace got better. I feel stronger. I feel so good. I feel better than I have in a long time. More me, and not only that, but I feel more apt to be me, to project it like I used to shine like I used to. But that's a shame. You're dealing with physical abuse. If that person still has the potential to harm you physically, get some cameras and set them up. Get some evidence. Take these motherfuckers to court. Let the law do it. Put a narc in jail where it belongs. You can't bring back dueling. At least put them in a freaking cell. There's no excuse for that. No excuse for getting hit. If you go check out that video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments of the video, and I will get back to you there. I promise. Our dog who was sick to lure me back in. Yeah. Well, they're going to use whatever they can. Right? They're going to use whatever they can. They're going to reach out to you after you've been telling them for a month, I'm going to do a cord cutting on you. I am banishing your ass. I am done with this. You have this amount of time to prove to me in any way, shape, or form that you are not what I believe you to be. All right. That person will contact you 3 days after you cast and go, oh, I thought you were going to wait for the full moon. Well, I understand what you did. Just to get a reaction. To plant an idea in your head. To plant the idea that you're not doing what you should be doing or how it should be done. When you know who you are, you have confidence in yourself, you know your worth, you understand and believe your intuition, your connection to God. You understand these things. So you see right through. I'm glad that you see, Sophia, right through what you're dealing with right there. That is a demon. Right? I'm sure you love for the dog. I'm sure you have love for the dog. I'm sure you care about the animal. Our animals are a part of our family. And it's a shame that dog has to put up with that energy. But you're going to have to cut that out because they're going to use that. They have no scruples. They have no care whatsoever. I got to wipe my nose. I'm not doing it on camera. They have no scruples. So, sister, I'm sorry you're going through what you're going through. That sounds like a heavy level of abuse, and I'm praying for you. All right. I think everybody in the chat, if everybody in the chat can please pray for Sophia, send her some blessings and love and protection. I think that would be a worthwhile endeavor. I think that'd be beautiful. Don't let her bring you back in, girl. I want to stay off camera just for a couple minutes, guys. I'm having a cigarette. Pardon me. Oh my God, it's cold. All right. CJH says, I was gonna say that I swear I have telepathy. Absolutely, my brother. Much love to you. Much love to you. My mother was and still isn't emotionally available. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I feel bad for that because that's the representative of the goddess on earth. That's your divine feminine. That's your mom. That's the one that's supposed to show you love and be that for you. And it's a horrible thing, and have you looked at how it's affected you, what it did, how, it may have led to you running into narcissists or being susceptible to them. I hope you have, and I hope you've healed, and my love to you, Lady Virgo. Druid says, mine was a covert vulnerable. Pop was her loyal fool. Oh my God, the loyal fool. I was a loyal fool. Whew, the loyal fool is awful. That's an awful position to be in, man. That is an awful position to be in. Always believe in the best in somebody who's giving you nothing but shit. Lady Virgo says, it's been 9+ months that I was brutally blindsided by my soon ex-husband. I'm still not divorced because he's dragging it out, although he shagged it with a coworker. Any advice? I mean, take a zucchini, inscribe his name on it, full name and birth date, then put it in the freezer and let it sit there. And he may or may not have problems getting it up. Let's see. Sisters sold out in childhood, turned on me early. Oh man. I mean, influenced by a woman, of course, because that's the woman is their guiding light. You know, it is the person that supposed to teach them empathy and love and kindness and all those things. And it's terrible. Are they full on narcissistic or toxic, or you know, have they grown at all? This is, pardon my stuttering, the new phone can suck. 36. Yeah, really? 36? That's a lot. It's not 60 though. So that's 36 minutes. You let me come. Let me know. Druid said, I proved myself I would never be like my family of origin. Yeah, I had that. I had that mentality, something like that, when I was going through my 20s and 30s, until I realized that I was carrying on generational trauma without facing who I was or what I was. I mean, in my case, with different cases here, Druid, I'm sure, but like in my case, there was healing I had to do and forgiveness I had to do in order to continue, in order to heal the family, you know, in my case, which helps to heal the family greatly. I am proving to survive a narc nest without hurting. Good for you. You're a slayer. You're a Narcslayer, Druid, aren't you? Check out Wes's, if you haven't already, check out the interview with WhateverCast. Hail to you, sister. Hail to you both. Yeah, check out the interview with WhateverCast. You know, son of narcissistic mother, parents, toxic parents. I guess the dad was a loyal fool, maybe. I'm not sure. Go check it out. Go check out the interview and let him speak about his experiences. All right, I'm jumping ahead a little bit because I want to end the stream a little early. It's unknown. What's up, unknown human? Hi, room. I host UK. All right. Well, good to see you, brother. Cheers. Thank you for calling out from across the pond. Yeah, no doubt. A lot of people, you guys are talking. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Please, if you have a YouTube channel, let one of my mods know, and they will help share a link in the chat. I made a voodoo, misled. I made a voodoo doll with some of his things and drug it. Oh, damn, and drug it around behind my truck. It felt better. Yeah. You know, voodoo. I learned early on I liked voodoo. Oh, my Lord. Have you tried runes, misled? Have you tried runes? You can use those too. I'm a big believer in that. Yeah. Anything happen? Did anything happen to that person? Drug it around on your truck. Oh, the back of the truck. What? Oh, like, what's exactly? What was the energy you were putting out at that point? At that moment, I was. I'm interested. The dark side of me is a little interested. No, that's funny as shit. Yes, I have that tarot. Yes, I do, and I think I am going to move into. I'm going to move into a little bit of tarot. Anybody who wants to get cards read, just say it in the chat. And it doesn't matter. It can be about ex-narc. It can be about you. It can be about whatever. You let me know. CJ, I know what you want. I know what you want. Thank you, guys. And I appreciate everybody who's not going to stick around for this segment. Thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you. Much love to you. And make sure to be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And never again suffer that fool. You are worth more. You are a blazing point of light in the darkness of the world. You are not worth being lied to, cheated on. You are worth being devalued That was not your path, and healing them was not your path. You're worth so much more in this life. You just realize your potential. Appreciate the things that you have around you. Feel blessed. Get up in the morning. Thank God. Go in the sunlight and feel blessed every day. Because you are. You absolutely are. There are people in this world who are going to try and bring you down. And the brighter a light you shine, the worse the devil's going to send darkness your way. And you just have to know that and accept that and overcome that. But if you have faith in yourself and strengthen yourself, you have connection with Source, connection with God. If you believe in being a good, decent, moral person to the best of your ability, because we all make mistakes, and that is what it is. But if you're trying to the best of your ability to be a good person, understand other people, some people, darker people are not going to like that. Toxic people ain't going to like that. And everything from the root up, from level freaking 0 gremlins all the way up to full-on demons, they're all going to be annoyed by your shine, your confidence, your ability, who you are, what you bring to the table, how you lead by example, doing the best that you can. Even when you fall down, you pick yourself up and you do the best that you can. The trolls are going to hate that. And that's why narcissists have flying monkeys. And that's why the devil has demons out here. Do your best for you. Learn a little psychopathy. Brace your killer instinct. You need that killer instinct. Understand the lessons that you learned about yourself and other people when you went through what you did. Heal yourself. Make yourself a better person. Don't take shit when you don't want to. Make sure your boundaries are strong because you need them. Because there are people out there that will use kind, compassion, empathetic. There are people out there that will use you. And be observant from now on. Be observant. The experiences that you went through, other people went through, or something like it. Or they had, thankfully, was blessed by God, the innate strength to understand or discern what a fake smile and a fucking snake is. And you learn that behavior. So when you see a snake walk into a room, don't be the first person to point the finger. Understand that snake's going to report back to snake hater headquarters. And they're all going to get upset that you're going to call them out. Target, when you have to defend yourself, target a toxic person or a narcissistic person. You hit them with truth, and that'll make them scat right away. My love to y'all. And so we're going to do a little bit of tarot. All right. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate you. 3 cards. I got you, Virgo. I got you. Yes, I got that tarot, CJ. Oh, my Lord. All right. This is the part where I get to slow down talking. I'm weird about doing live streams in complete silence. I feel like I'm not doing my job. Who wants to watch a live stream and hear somebody not talk? This is kind of a healing thing for me, guys. I greatly appreciate this. I used to do cards. The show that I did originally with my ex-narcissist was doing tarot. That's kind of how I brought her to the community and how I want to introduce her, because I was, I had another witch with me. You know what I mean? Like I had someone who I thought was on my spiritual level and wanted to do the things I wanted to do. And I wanted to teach her, my spells and my craft, because I've been doing this for a long, long time. But that all fell apart. And so since then, I haven't really felt confident. Maybe it hurt too much to do tarot on a live stream since then. I've tried here and there. I've kind of sputtered. But doing this is kind of part of my healing journey. And so this is me reclaiming part of who I am, my spirituality, my connection with the Lord and Lady. And greatly appreciate you guys. CJ, guide spirits, guide my hands. What is CJ? Give me CJ. What does CJ need to see? What does CJ need to see? All right, CJ. Talking about the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. That is a lack of work. You're feeling like you're not getting anywhere. You haven't harvested the fruits of your labor. You're ignoring something. Are you ignoring something you needed to have, something you need to get done in life? Are you not looking in a direction you should be? Whatever it is, you've got a slowdown happening right now with the 8 of Wands in reverse. This is just a patience. Have patience. All right. The fruits of your labor are going to take place. They're going to manifest, but right now you need to have patience. Everything feels like it's a standstill right now. There you go. Hard dick riding into town with the Knight of Wands. All right. This is passion. This is a messenger. This is something that's going to happen in your life very soon. This is what you've been waiting for. This is you feeling active, feeling motivated, feeling passionate. This is desire being manifested. So be aware, be chill. This is right around the corner. Right around the corner. What you're waiting on is about to take place. It is right around the corner, sir. You got this, my man. You got this. All right. It says, I've been stuck. I've been stuck mainly because of the weather, 100 feet of snow and finances. Okay, well, just wait. You're going to be able to ride around and get things done here very shortly. It is about to pass. You don't feel like you're getting anything done. You're stuck. Have patience. It's coming, brother. It is coming, my friend. It is coming. All right. Lady Virgo. Lady Virgo. Says, I don't utilize my cards unless I bounce. So after the X split, I take a break. You know what I did, Lady Virgo, was I started talking to other mystics. Ashley Black, I had her on not too long ago. She was in the Narcissistic Abuse Chronicles. I actually commissioned Ashley to read a couple things. Who was also part of my healing because Dark X is named Ashley. Crazy how the universe works. But she was she read for me and gave me a really good reading. So I mean, like I too, like when I wasn't trusting my intuition, I was going to other mystics and other spiritual people. And I was going outside of my traditional, the people that I normally go to, because everyone has been involved and seen about, the downfall of Steve Walton. So I didn't want to have that influence in there. But I also talked to a mystic by the name of Jory Lynn. She's out of Florida. She's a psychic medium. She is so good. Please check out Jory Lynn. All right. Lady Virgo. Lady Virgo. Spirit's got my hands. What does Lady Virgo need to say? What message does she need to be told? All right. Oh, it fell right out. So you've been battling darkness. You got the moon in reverse. All right. So seeing as your card reader, you understand, interpret these as you feel them. But you've been dealing with darkness and deception. The light is opening up. The door is opening up. Give it some time. You are beginning to see your way through the darkness. You are being able to see yourself. To see yourself emerging from everything. Your sight. You're getting your sight back. So trust in your intuition. Your intuition's coming back. Absolutely. I have a shaman sister in Ecuador that reads me. Oh, that is so cool. That is so. I love shamans. All right. Unkept. So I'm not feeling this as you. I'm feeling this is Narc X. This is a jealous, unkept woman looking for money, looking for handouts, looking to gain, whatever they can to use someone. So I think you're at a point right now where you're seeing her for who she is. You're seeing what she's doing and the manipulations that she's making. But this is not a person who is tied to the earth. This is not a person who is motherly. This is not a person who, they are selfish. That's a person who needs to get their act together. Virgo. All right. So this, as you know, the lovers can mean loving yourself. And the new supply is a Leo. Oh, no shit. Okay. Well, then I don't think I need to tell you anymore. Love yourself. Become at one with yourself. Your masculine, your feminine energies, who you are, wholeness. Love yourself. But 2 narcs. Yes, 2 narcs. I dealt with 2 narcs too. Lady Virgo, we gotta get up. We gotta get up in private. I did a video on how I saw the cards from reading a narcissist for so long, or reading a pair of narcissists for so long. Please check out that one. It's like 40 minutes long, but you might get a kick out of it. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. But we know where that's headed. I'm gonna throw one more. I'm gonna throw one more bone on there. Hold on. Got a King of Cups, emotional maturity. Got an emotional, mature man. You got somebody who takes ownership of themselves. Someone who understands the head and the heart. This is a positive thing. This is a positive thing. You got this, Chris. You got this, sister. Much love to you. You got this, sister. Hit me up. Hit me up if that King of Cups represents an actual man, right? Or an actual, or a masculine energied person, a masculine. Please let me know. I would love to see that. Anybody else? Anybody else? If anybody else want a reading, say something in the chat now, and I will give you one. Let's see. What's up, Lizzy? What's up, girl? How you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. Greatly appreciate you. Yeah, I had a fun stream today. I just wanted to get up and do it. I'm feeling good, Lizzy. Feeling good about myself. Ready to get out there and shine again. I just got to set up. I got to set up my new studio, so you guys won't be seeing a couch and my son lounging when he does. Much love to you, Lizzy. Thank you so much for being here, babe. That's one of the people that's been supporting me for so long. I can't remember. This channel is only like a little over a year old, you know. Like, and I'm at 8,000 subscribers, and that's because of all of you. That's because of Lizzy and Nikki and CJ and you know, everybody. Druid, Leo. I mean, Virgo. I said Leo. You gotta be still thinking Virgo. You know, this is all of y'all. Thank you so much for getting me to as far as I've gotten. Sophia, thank you for being here. Ty Cobb. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate y'all. I greatly appreciate you. And it wouldn't be a party without y'all. Anybody else? Let's see. Do I stay or do I go? I'm indecisive. It's up to you, Druid. Like, I mean, if you say it's okay, you have to say it's okay, because I understand, you know, like I'm not trying to read just anybody. You know, I don't want to read you if you don't want to get read. Let's see. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, Druid? Tell you what, you think on it, and next time. Oh, okay. Sophia. Okay. All right. Sophia. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Sophia. So, I'm going to get a studio here pretty soon. I'm just waiting for one or two things to do in the room that I am moving everything into. And then I'm going to be putting out like professional videos and stuff, not just car videos, although I'll probably still do car videos because I have been doing them for so long. That is my son coming in. What's up, buddy? All right. All right. Cool. Let's see. All right, unknown human, you got it. All right. Sophia. What does she mean to know? What does she mean to know? I love these cards. I took them from my son. He said, yeah, you can read one. Now I got to buy him a whole new deck because I've been using these things up. All right, what is Sophia? All right, Miss Wish Card. Let's see. Somebody's choosing happiness. You are done. You are done with the mundane. You're done with the same old, and being, you know, you're done with being bored. You're done with accepting less. You're ready to accept more. You're ready for more. You're choosing happiness, and that is a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. There is a loss of finances here. There's a loss of family. You feel as though you've lost a great connection, maybe a connection with yourself. Maybe a connection with your own family, but there's some type of loss here, and it's not just a loss of love or relationships. It is a loss, you know, loss within yourself, and it's financial. This is a financial toll that's being that you're in right now. But you're going to be okay because you're going to avoid the Tower. This is the Tower in reverse. That's a narcissist card. They love this card. But this is like a mini disaster. So a mini challenge is going to come into your life. Stay strong. Keep choosing happiness. Or you may avert a disaster that or prolong or like push something off into the future. So whatever it is that you need to get done financially, whatever it is you need to do for yourself, for your home, for your family unit, for your sense of self and wholeness, take care of it now. Now is the time to take care of these issues. Now is the time to confront them. Now is the time to take care of them, because you can get rid of this Tower card. You can erase this Tower card from your future if you begin preparations to deal with what you have to deal with in the way it needs to be dealt with now. Good luck to you, sweetheart. All right, let's see. Human. All right, unknown human. Unknown human. Unknown. You're unknown. You just go off the grid. You're not dealing with it anymore. I get it. I understand. Are you living out with the wolves? You have Wi-Fi. Apparently you have Wi-Fi. Unknown human. I don't know what unknown human. What's going on with unknown human? What does unknown human need to see? What do they need to see? What do they need to see? What does he need to see? All right. Messages. Huh. Okay. All right. All right. Again, we got the moon in reverse. This is about, this could mean one of two things. We're going to look at the next card and see what I believe it is. This is either falling deeper into darkness, like falling deeper into misunderstanding, being clouded by illusion. Moon card, when it comes to like narcs, this is about a narc. They love the moon card because that's about the existence of illusions. That means like they are the only light. Destroying someone's intuition or limiting their intuition. It's creating the dark side of the force clouds everything. That's kind of what this card is. It's the fear of the unknown. In reverse, it can be falling deeper into that or having things revealed to you, having the truth revealed to you, the truth of circumstances. Your third eye is opened up and you now see the path forward. Let's see what the card says. Card talks about the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is you're feeling low, you're feeling down, you're feeling cursed, bad luck. It could also be about finding someone who's equally in such a bad position or in such a low vibration and working with them or leaning on them, like leaning on one another. It can be a pair, but the five is usually when you feel like you're at a breaking point, you feel like there's nothing more you can do. There's nothing more you can do but exist. You just have to move through what's going on. You feel cursed. You feel like you're dealing with bad luck and you're just on a downslope right now. This can be internal. The Pentacles also stand for money and relationships. So it could be feeling financially down. It could be feeling financially alone, destitute. But the energy I'm getting here is more like a feeling of cursed. Feel like you're cursed. But your strength is temperance, yo. Your strength is temperance. All right. This is the ability to deal with things equally. This is the ability to stay calm in situations that look bleak, or to have the strength to maintain like no contact, for instance, to not speaking to someone, not getting involved with something, not giving into temptations, not giving into fears, not giving into your depressions or whatever dark energy you're feeling, or whatever it is that you're going through right now. So you may feel cursed. You may be walking alone, or you might have a sidekick with you, leaning on one another. You may be broke. You may feel like you're just kind of trotting through life and not able to get anywhere. But this is your strength right here. This is your strength right here. Temperance. Remain in control of your emotions. Remain in control of your outlook. Do what you can do. Do what positive things, what progressive things you can do, and keep a balanced perspective. Do not let your emotions take charge. I see you in a bad spot at the moment, but you're going to be in a powerful position. Good luck to you, brother. And Lizzy, okay, all right. All right. Do one for Lizzy. All these Virgos. Look, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not trying to flirt. I am trying to flirt. Virgos are great lovers. I'm just saying. I don't know how them narcs did you wrong. I know. I've been with a Virgo. I never wanted to get out of it. I'm just saying. All right. Let's see. What does Lizzy need to know? What does Lizzy need to know? I've also discovered flirting with women who have been through what we've been through. You run into a lot of boundaries, and I can't even be mad about it. I don't understand what it is about narcs. They go after good-looking people, like they go, y'all narc women are y'all. I mean, narc men go after some of the hottest chicks. I don't understand how they do you wrong. Oh my Lord, I've been looking for my only and forever, for goddamn ever, forever. I'm looking in the wrong places and I ended up with a gremlin, but I'm just saying. Lodonis is healed, baby. You can't be mad at somebody for having boundaries when you're trying to hit, when you're talking to them or what. You can't be mad. This is like, that's what you're preaching. Know your self-worth, create your boundaries. Realize what you're getting into. All of a sudden, this crazy guy with a freaking white wolf and a black dragon seal comes at you and goes, "Hey, how you doing? Let's get busy." It just doesn't work. It doesn't work sometimes. It worked once. It worked once. It didn't work once though, and she was. My Instagram feed is full of toxic women and narcissistic abuse coaches. That's where I'm at. Okay, that's where I'm at. All right, Lizzy. All right, what does Lizzy need to? What message does the universe have? Lizzy. These cards are mixed up for you. Cards are jumping for you, honey. Everywhere. All right, come on. What does Lizzy need to know? What does Lizzy need to know? Here's a message from Lizzy. What's going on? Everywhere. All right. Strings attached to gifts. Did you just recently get out of a situation where you were dealing with someone who was using money as leverage? Were you in a position where you felt like you were being used for your money? Well, you have broken away from that. But this is about charity and giving. This is a loss of it. Someone you lost. It might not have been money so much as time being spent. But you feel as though you have lost that. You've been abandoned by that. There's definitely an energy of like strings attached to gifts with that. Next card. Oh man, who are you dealing with? Who is this asshole? So the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands upright is the hardest dick in town. The Knight of Wands in reverse is the most ruthless, selfish, nasty. This is a narcissist. This is a person who uses sexuality, withholding sex, giving sex. This is a person who has strings attached to gifts with everything. A person who gets what they want. Fiery, very fiery personality. Very angry person. Very vengeful person. Ruthless, selfish. Definitely a male figure. He took a necklace. He took my necklace. I went through abuse trying to get that necklace back. Yeah, and he was trying to hold on to you with money. He was using money as a way to control you, wasn't he? All right, this is the Hanged Man in reverse. Normally, the Hanged Man is about higher spiritual plane. It can also be about remaining attached to something or suspension and waiting. This in reverse is a con artist. This is a person who rushes into situations, who doesn't think things over. This is a person who is, there's more coming your way. There is more coming your way, Lizzy. I'm actually going to pull 2 more cards for you because I'm a little worried about you. But yeah, this is a person who does not want to give up their attachment, unhealthy attachment. This is hoovering narcissist. This is a narc reading. This is all narc reading. I know, I've seen them. I've read them. Read Narc X and heard Narc, whatever the hell he was, so many times. I know what this is. I'll pull another one. It's going to be a lack of inspiration. You can stand your ground. When that hanged man comes around, stand your ground, because you want to cause this. This is the Page of Wands in reverse. The page usually comes with an offer, and this is taking away that offer, or this is removing something from your life. This is also a person who does not explore, who does not go out, who stays alone, who stays in themselves. Yeah, so isolation, your isolation phase is not over right now, Lizzy. Give me an outcome. Is your narc involved with another person? Is your narc involved with a toxic woman? This is a woman who's spiteful, manipulative. This is a woman who uses the past to hurt someone else. Are you going to mirror the narc? If you're going to mirror the narc, you might turn into this. This is a woman who uses her intellect, her understanding of another person's heart against them. Very cold, very toxic. So I suggest, okay, one of two things. If you are going down a dark path, I don't sense that, but if you are, don't mirror, stay isolated, and protect yourself. There's a lot of negative energy coming after you right now. I feel like this is a woman. I feel like there is a woman that's going to come into this situation, another lover, another someone. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for yourself, all right? And it's going to happen at some point in the next 2 weeks, week and a half. I'm thinking a week, but I'm thinking week and a half, 2 weeks. All right? It's his mother. Okay. Okay. She's coming at you. So mom's going to start playing games with you soon. If you remain no contact with the King of Wands, you remain no contact with him, he's going to get so frustrated, he's going to go to mom. And yeah, she's going to do nothing but talk shit. So be prepared. There is another smear campaign coming your way. There is another attempt at you, attempt to destroy you coming. And this time it's going, as most narcissists do, it's going to be ruthless. It is going to be directed. It's uncaring. I want to hurt Lizzy no matter what. And this is what we're going to get done. So keep your boundaries strong. Know your worth. You know how to deal with these narcs by now. Right? Control your emotions. Employ a little psychopathy. Lizzy, let me read you again. I want to read you again in about 2 weeks. I want to read you again, or about a week. And if you feel like you need some more advice on this, just give me a comment Give me a comment. Hook me up. Lodonis@hotmail.com. Hit me up. Yeah, you're dealing with some shit right now. You're dealing with Hoover and hobgoblins, and I don't like that energy at all. That's around you right now, baby. You're free for a year now. There's another one coming at you. So you've been free for a year. You're strong. You can deal with it. I'm just letting you know that it's going to come from mama's direction. Whatever chaos is about to start in your life is going to come from her, and it's unbridled. It's really upsetting. Both are no contact. Unless both a year ago. Okay. All right. Good. Shut it down. And honestly, Lizzy, that could be why they're so manic. You know how they think. You know how they are. You know, probably, you know, your narc ex probably just went through a bad Hoover, went through, you know, destroying somebody, didn't work out, didn't get the supply they were looking for, didn't get, you know, they may have been found out, they may have been stood up to and called out, and so it's your fault. All right, it's your fault and every other victim's fault for not letting them abuse you for the rest of your life. So just know that something is coming out of left field. Don't manifest it. Don't worry about it. Maintain your boundaries. Maintain control. Keep doing your thing. Well, it's something. It's coming from a male figure. It's going to have to do with money of some type. It's coming from a male figure, and it's going to be executed by this toxic woman. So that is what you're looking for. Those are the three things you're looking for. If you notice them, like, don't manifest it. But if you go, okay, this situation involves, you know, some type of finances or some type of debt or some type of money, and now all of a sudden this dude could be upset. And then in which case, and a chick comes at you. If you feel those three things, just keep your eyes out, keep your third eye out. All right, y'all. I am gonna go now and have dinner. Actually, we have to clean the living room out because we got a killer. We got a cat. We named it Bissette because they didn't want me to call it Killer to kill these mice. That are in this. I can't do it. I can't do it. So we got a killer named Bissette, and we're gonna go dig this cat out. It's been 3 days and the cat is still hiding. Like what? Come out and be with the family. What are you doing? I don't understand. I love y'all. Make sure to be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And never again sever that fool. I am going to go out with a classic Hail Culture Casino.
Vaginas in the rain. So many fucks given. Wet ass vagina. Vaginas in the rain.